Hi, guys. Welcome back to another episode of the Blondest Podcast. I'm your host, Savanna Boda.
And I am your co-host, Tyler Jacoby.
What are you doing?
Nothing.
So, this week, we're just giving you like a little mental update.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, for me, I would say the last 5 years, I've just been so focused on my business and building SBA and all the things, which has been so amazing. And I have always struggled with like depression and anxiety and just life's fucking hard. Like, I just feel like life is just hard in general. And I'm had like a lot of childhood trauma and so many things. And I pushed all of that away. And I thought I like healed through most of it in like high school and like, you know, when I was going to therapy, but you're still a kid. And I feel like you're still like being created into the person that you're supposed to be during that time too. So it's like hard to heal while you're still growing. And I don't think we ever stop growing, but I think there's just times in life where it's more pertinent than others.
Yeah. I also think that like your brain doesn't stop developing until you're like 25. So.
Yeah. So my brain stopped developing. So what I am today is what I am.
But I think like even if when you were 19 or 20 and you thought you worked through things.
No,
like,
definitely not. Yeah. And there's a lot of trauma with like owning a business young and just so many things like that have happened to me since being in the spotlight, and my career and life just happened so fast and I was still like a kid and like had so many responsibilities and pressures, and like I never want to sound ungrateful because I am so grateful for it, but
you weren't prepared for
I was not prepared for anything. Like I think I went from like I don't even know if I'll make it to like 22.
Yeah, but oh my God. But I think that like it's also a big discussion that's happening online now on like TikTok, where like these like big creators who are always getting hate are like finally like posting up with their followers and being like, y'all need to realize I'm a human being. And like,
yeah.
And I've talked to you about this before, and I'm sure I've said it on the podcast, but like we are not evolutionarily designed to be able to have that much feedback, to have that much interaction with hundreds of thousands of people. Like our brains do not have the capacity for that. And especially like the trolls that are on fucking online, like no one would do that in real life.
No, and it's so funny to me too, because I found there was like this forum of people talking shit about me, and I'm like a sleuth. So I find everything. People think I can't find things out. I know everything. I really do. And so anyway, I like was like looking, and then I like went through some stuff and like connected the dots, and like some of these people, I'm like, you're so dumb because you're like posting your business stuff like while also talking shit about so many different people, not just me. So I found out a lot of these people, I go look up their Instagram, I look at our messages, and they're like, oh my God, love the outfit today. Like, you're so pretty. Like, you're such an inspo. Yeah, you're shitting on me. So it's like a lot of that where people are so nice to your face. And yet, like, the second, you know, you're not around or a different forum that's opposing you, like, people will just, like, attack you. But that really, honestly, like, I think for a while I focused a lot on that. And then I realized that there were just, like, more ops in my life, in my direct vicinity, than people that live thousands of miles away and that are behind a keyboard. And so I started to focus on that more, and like my undercover secret haters and, you know, just things in my life that I pushed away for a really long time because I thought I didn't need them. And yeah, like I think, you know, there's a point where like success, and I'm doing little finger quotes, fame, so I'm not famous, like popular within a small niche, but well, I don't know. I literally can't do anything these days without someone knowing who I am, which is like actually kind of frustrating.
No, it's honestly
like sometimes I just want to go
crazy.
And do something. Like I was eating at like somewhere I thought nobody would know who I was, and I'm walking out and they're like, I know you. I follow you on Instagram. And like, that's fine. And it doesn't bother me, but it just makes me feel like I can never like just let loose because I like worry about what people are gonna think or say. Or like when we were at New Year's Eve, like I didn't drink like at all because I was like, I don't want people to be like, oh, I saw like the Dallas esthetician at a New Year's party, and she was like so sloppy, blackout drunk, and you know,
it's like you can't have fun.
Yeah,
I was definitely
Yeah, we know. I was
topsy-turvy that.
I was literally in the bathroom while you threw up, bestie. We saw. But yeah, that's just part of it. But I mean, there's good with bad.
I mean, it's even to the point now where the past 3 times that I've gone to Dallas by myself,
people know you.
People come up to me and I'm like, whoa. This is like, because I'm nobody.
You are somebody.
No, but so it's just like,
well, we
would just think, I don't know how to do that.
Come closer.
Sorry. We can't get too close because of the mics. We'll overlap.
Okay, I feel like you're making excuses to not help me.
I'm not. I can rub from here.
Okay, that feels great. Oh my God. Thank you.
But okay, so outside of the social media person.
I love this so much. I'm like having a blast. Are you?
Sure.
Yeah, a lot going on in my personal life, which I really can't talk too much about, sadly. Well, not sadly. I don't want anyone to know. Sorry. One day you'll know.
It's no one's business.
You'll know when it's like time for you to know. And until then, you won't know. But yeah, so like you can use your own imagination with that. But it's been rough. And what I was saying is, I think, happiness is like something I'm trying to find within myself and not another person, and not happiness from how much money I make, or happiness by how much I can do for other people and how amazing people think I am at my job, or how awesome my social media content is, or, like I got to a point where like all those things, I was like, why am I not over the moon happy about like these crazy opportunities that I'm getting? Or, it's just like, it was never enough. And it came down to like, I'm just like, need to find happiness that has nothing to do with what I can produce and
your
how
career.
People feel about me, and just like how I feel about myself. And like, when I go home, like I want to come home and be happy, and like that be enough. And yeah, I think, money can't buy happiness, because if it could, I'd have it.
It absolutely cannot. And so, I think you're absolutely on the right journey.
It just sucks because then it's like you're on this journey to find happiness, but before you can do that, like you have to go and peel back the layers of like all the shit you repressed for years, which is what I did the last 5 years. Like my life just moved so fast, from getting married to having a baby to having a business to having a house, and like all of these steps that like felt like you're supposed to take at that time in your life. And then it just like you go through the motions so fast that you sit back and you're like, whoa, like how did we get here? Like what's going on? What's happening? But yeah, it's been really good to have a good support system, and Cyrus is doing amazing, and yeah.
Regular
therapy's been really good. I've been going, and I started journaling. I used to write a lot, and I actually kind of forgot how much of a writer I was, which was crazy. Because even Tyler was like, oh my God, like you were a writer. And like I wrote something really sad like a couple weeks ago, and I sent it to him, and he cried. I cried. My therapist cried. It is like the most raw thing I've written in probably ever.
Yeah.
But I went to San Francisco recently for Face Reality, and I typically don't love traveling alone, just in general, because I just like people. I like someone to talk to and like kiki with. But it was actually really good because like that whole plane ride there, like I journaled, and I was working through a healing journal, which I've linked a few times. It's like called Healing Through Words by Rupi Kaur or something like that. And like got through like the first page, like cried like a little bitch in first class.
The man next to you was like, if you need a friend.
No, literally the guy next to me was like, if you need a friend, like here's my number. And he was like this old fucking man. And I was like, that's how you know I was down bad. And down bad, not sexually. Because, okay, this is like a whole debate Tyler and I've been having, and Maria yesterday, my personal assistant. Because if you say you're down bad, that means like, oh, like I'm down bad for this man. Like I'm like quaking for this man. I'm down bad. Like that means like you want to get freaky.
I don't see it that way.
But I mean, I'm down bad emotionally. And so now if you Google down bad, it literally means sexually that you're down bad.
No, that's not true.
Anyone uses the term down bad. If you're like, oh, I'm down bad, like that means like you need to get fucked.
No, on Urban Dictionary, yes. But
any dictionary.
Down bad from Merriam-Webster, the official dictionary.
Okay, but
in
a
bad
like
state
the Royal
or condition.
English? Like, this is what people... It doesn't matter what the dictionary says. It's what the kids say.
Well, we're fucking old now.
Okay.
So... Are you gonna start saying like skibbity too?
Skibbity toilet.
Yeah, like okay.
Sigma.
What
are the other ones?
Alpha.
Oh, these are all fraternities.
That makes me feel really fucking old.
Yeah, I would have to say yes.
Like, I want to see.
But no, when you say down bad, like anyone listening to this would agree with me and say if someone says they're down bad, you would say that they're down bad sexually, not that they're just emotionally derailed. Mm-hmm. They need to be railed instead of they are derailed.
Why did you just...
Because I came up with a good thing to say.
Ohio. Apparently that's slang.
Okay. Anyway, back to my mental health. I've been down bad, in parentheses, not sexually. Yes. Well, anyway, so I would say, yeah, it's been rough. And I found all my like childhood journals and I was reading them and damn, I was a good writer. I was like, honestly, my comprehension skills at 16 are so much better than they are now at 26. I was using big words. My handwriting was so good. Like, to the point where I was shocking. Like, holy fuck, is that my handwriting?
Did you read?
Yes.
Back then?
Yeah. I mean, I was in school.
Okay. Did you read outside of school?
I was a competitive dancer, baby. I was either dancing or in school.
I was busy too.
Okay, well, I had other hobbies.
So, like what?
Crying, being depressed.
Okay, fair enough. Writing.
Okay, so anywho, read that and I was like spiraled because obviously it's like, damn. And then there was like this one letter that I guess I wrote to a guy. And this is gonna sound so crazy. It was like 14 pages, okay, of me just like expressing my undying love, and I don't know who the fuck I wrote it to.
No, I feel like that's normal.
I'm like, no, but how could I have had such deep emotions about someone I have no idea? Like, I have like maybe like a top 6 of who it could have been to.
Yeah.
But that is insane. I was like, I have never wrote something more beautiful towards a person, and I don't know who the fuck this is to. It didn't have any names on it. It didn't say, dear blah, blah, blah. It was just like going in.
I feel like that's normal.
Is it for you to forget? Because clearly I was I was down bad.
Oh, yeah.
Clearly, 14 pages.
You just wanted some love.
I don't know who the fuck I wrote that to. But whoever it was, they did not deserve that, clearly.
I made a joke when she told me about it. I was like, man, they're probably in prison right now.
They are probably in prison. Yeah. Maybe I should send it to them as a prison letter.
Probably is.
Just like make 5 copies and send it out to all of them.
Yeah. Be like, it was for one of y'all, so you can all take it.
Here you guys go. You broke my heart.
But I think all of this in combination with how exponentially busier you are is just
the cherry on top.
Yeah, it's wearing down. Because as y'all know, building a house, building a new spa, and good and bad, mostly good, but you are more involved with the companies we work with at like a speaking level or just representing them in her ambassadorship.
Everything's on like level 80.
That's what happened when you hired me. That was like my first job.
I know.
And
but it's good. It's good.
No, it's amazing. And like, I'm sure you're like so honored that you get to do all these amazing things.
And that's the thing. And that's why I've pushed away so many of my like inner feelings for so long. Cause I'm like, I don't have time to feel this. Cause if I do, then like, there's no time for thoughts.
Like you'll need like 3 months to recover if you like fully go down
that rabbit hole and like really hash it all out and through. So it's been like a rough 72 hours for me. And then obviously like my arm thing is like not fun, but I think I'll be okay. And I'm really proud of myself for like doing the work and like not just like shutting it out like I typically would.
Yeah, no, like this is huge. I've known Savanna for like 5-6 years now,
and I like literally was like so
time.
stoic. Like I could not have been shaken. I'm like, okay, like I just, and I think that's what I'm like looking back at certain situations that I like underreacted about or like let someone treat me a certain way, and I'm like, oh, like I just was doing it to protect myself, honestly, and protect my peace and, you know, keep SBA growing and going. And, you know, a big part of owning a business is like you put yourself last. And like that doesn't just mean like in general, it's like mentally, emotionally, you just like do what you can to get by. You compartmentalize, you put things in folders and like just leave it there. But the thing is, like, you can only ignore it for so long until it just completely consumes you. And then it's like right in front of your face and it's bigger than it was if you had just dealt with it when you should have dealt with it, because time builds and emotions build. And then it's just like this huge, ugly thing that you can't hide anymore and you just have to deal with it. And that's where I'm at. So, hopefully one day I'll be able to talk about it more with you guys. And I obviously am such an open book, but there's just like things that
you need to work through first before other people need to be in on it.
The whole entire universe knows about it, and I don't even know what's going to come from it. So it's still in the thick of it.
But again, even in this, the amount of work that you've done, I've seen a positive impact in you from it. And so
I don't know. You told me I've been really mean.
She has been, but that wasn't from like that stuff. It was from your physical pain.
Yeah, no, when you're in chronic pain, I don't know how you can be an angel. I'm like, and then it's just hard because Tyler's like the only person that I can just be me. And not that I'm mean, I'm just not like, oh, like, could you go grab me water? I'm like, Tyler, I need water.
Yeah.
He's like, no, it's more like,
Tyler! Yeah, we won't talk about it.
I need water. No.
But
we had a healing talk last night, and just, you know, I'm very lucky to have Tyler here with me through this, because
yeah, that's what I was like.
I don't know how I'd do it alone.
I was like, it'd probably serve you better to not bite the head off of the person who's in your corner right now.
Yeah.
Because yesterday she had like her feet on, like, it's like little tiny things. She had her feet on.
She wanted to kill me yesterday.
She had her feet on my chair, and I walked back in from printing something out, and I just kind of like looked at the chair, and I'm like, and she was like, if I'm in your way, you can just go work in the kitchen. I was like, in my head, I was like, how about I go work from home? Like,
I'm so sorry.
But she was just in a lot of pain yesterday.
I was in so much pain yesterday, and I hadn't slept.
Oh yeah, the cricket.
An hour because of a fucking cricket. Oh my God, guys. I just want you to like feel how I felt. Okay. So all of that said that we just talked about. Okay. I'm in like so much pain. Yesterday, when did I go to therapy?
Yesterday.
No, the day before yesterday. Yeah, it was the day before yesterday.
Yeah.
Friday. So I go to therapy. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to have a good session. I'm going to read her what I wrote when I was in San Francisco. I did. Thought that would be good. No. Completely like cried for the first time in therapy to Jan. And then I was like so down bad, not sexually. And I get in the car and a song that I used to listen to in high school comes on. And I'm like, oh, fuck my life. And then therapy's also in my hometown where I grew up. But this like part wasn't like developed like at all. So like this part of Flower Mound like wasn't what it is now. So it like doesn't really make me like emotional because I'm like, and it also was like his side of the mound. I was on the other side of the mound.
Yeah.
Like that's sure. Like more like Flower Mound High School area.
Lakeside, yeah.
Okay. So anyway, I start driving and I'm like, you know what? I want to go find my childhood journal because why not? And my parents are out of town, so I'm like, this is great. I'll just go run in, grab it. So I text my little brother. He's not little, but he's little to me. I text him and I'm like, I'm going to the house. And he's like, cool, I'm walking the dog. So I'm like, perf. I'm just going to like sneak in and sneak out.
See no one.
See no one. Be unseen. I walk in and like, I'm already like in a state of not great. So my parents have changed the house a lot, rightfully so. It's my childhood home. It's the home that I grew up in. And oh my God, am I going to cry? No. Should we talk about this? No. I'm going to give you a short version because my mom's going to listen to this and then it's going to cause issues. Okay. I cannot tell you everything, guys. We just need like a private podcast.
You went into the house and things were different.
Okay, I go into the house. Things were different. My room, not my room. And so then I like walk into my room and it's just like, I don't recognize anything. Nothing's mine anymore. So then I start crying like a ton. And I'm like,
you were already in a hypersensitive state.
Yeah, because I mean, I've been in that room and seen it before. I think just like walking in and like, I think a lot of therapy brought up just like a lot of like old things and just things from my youth. And so much happened. Like, there were just so many like lives that I lived inside that house. And like to go in and like just not recognize anything. Like, I don't know. I was looking for like this like really cathartic, like come in and like, you know, there's like my pictures from high school on the wall and like just like memory lane. There's no memory lane. There's nothing there. So anyways, I'm like, I don't know where the fuck this journal is.
Like you go into your room.
I start going through all these drawers and like nothing's mine in there anymore. And so like then I start crying even more. And then I go into the playroom. I find my journal. And then I start to walk out of the house and my brother catches me crying. And obviously he's like, what's wrong? And so then we sit down and then I just like word vomit every single issue in my entire life for like 45 minutes to him. And then I'm like, even worse. Okay. Even worse. So then I get in the car and then more sad songs. I start driving. I'm driving around like my whole entire hometown, like the first place I smoked weed, like where I kissed a guy in the back of the car for the first time, like just down memory lane. Okay. I'm like bawling. Yeah. Okay. Like hard crying. Like I don't think I've ever cried that hard. And then I start driving and it's fucking Friday night football. The most traumatic experience for me. Okay, fuck Marcus High School football. Fuck it all. Fuck it. Fuck that. So then I drive by and I'm just like, now I'm like, oh my God, like I never got the high school experience I wanted because I was depressed and all the bitches bullied the shit out of me.
Were you a Marauder?
I mean, are you in a Marquette?
Marquette.
Yes.
What is a Marauder?
Marcus Marauders.
Oh, that's
like y'all are the Jaguars for the Marauders.
Okay. Oh my God.
Anyways, and so then I like pull in and I'm just like crying in the parking lot.
Of the high school?
Of the high school.
Oh, my.
Oh, I'm telling you, this is like, I'm telling you, it's down bad, not sexually. Horrible. Sexually. Okay, so then like all of these just like memories of high school and like the first time I was in love and like just in love. I mean, just everything. And so then I'm just like driving and then my husband's pissing me the fuck off. And like, I did not want to go home because I was like, I just don't want to be talked to. Like, I just like.
No, I tried calling her and she didn't answer me.
No, I was
like she didn't want to talk to anyone.
Yeah. No, for like 3 hours. I was like, no one can talk to me. Like, I do not want to talk to anyone. Like, I can't. So like, you know, it's like it's not that I was trying to avoid. I was trying to avoid everyone. Yeah. Not that I was mad at anyone. It's just like when you're like in that state, like I just wanted to go home. Just wanted to be away from everyone, like not even like Cyrus, not even the cats, not even the dogs. Like just wanted to be by myself. And so I drive around and Tyler, I guess, eventually like looked at my location. He's like, I'm going all through like Highland Village. Like I am like just taking like a little Tour de France around Flower Mound.
Yeah.
And listening to songs and crying. And then finally I'm like, I probably should go home. I really just wanted to wash my face.
If there's one thing that will bring Savanna back home, it is that she has to wash her face.
I'm like, I'm going to break out. And I have a huge event. So I come home, I journal some more, and then that's about it. So.
Then we had, oh, no, you forgot the cricket.
Oh, yeah. So then I come home. And then I'm like, you know, getting ready for bed. I'm like, Lance, do not talk to me. Please pretend like I'm not here. And good night. And so he slept in the other room to give me like space because I just wanted to like be alone. And I hear this like chirping. Well, first I hear it's like clicking. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? And mind you, I haven't slept good this entire week because every position I'm in, my arm hurts. Like the last time I went to physical therapy, we spent 20 minutes pretending different positions of like how I was going to sleep at night. It was crazy. I'm like, nope, that hurts. Nope, that hurts. Like, nope, my arm goes completely numb when I lay like that. So no position's a good position. So I just have not been sleeping. Still haven't slept great. Anyways, and so then this noise keeps happening and I get up and I'm like, where the fuck is it coming from? So I like turn all the fans off. I'm like, I don't know where it's coming from. I'm unplugging everything because I'm like, I don't know if something's beeping in here. And then it just does not stop. So I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to have to go wake up Lance. And it's like 4 a.m. I go wake him up. And I'm like, what is this noise? And he's like, oh, it's a cricket coming from my lizard's cage. And we try to find the cricket to kill it, obviously. And we can't because it's like hidden behind the wall, behind the cage. In the cage, behind the wall.
Yeah, anyway. There's like a climbing wall on the back of this cage. So because like the lizard is able to like climb up. It's made out of like styrofoam.
Yeah.
Or, like something.
Mm-hmm. And so it's behind there. And so I'm like, what the fuck? So Lance moves the entire cage into the kitchen and then you can still hear it. So at this point, I'm just like, it's fine. So yeah, that's really just what's been going on. But I'm so great.
You will be.
Yeah, I'm fine.
You will be.
Yeah, because now I'm like at the point where I'm like just done with everything.
Yeah.
Like that was enough for a bit for me. Like I need like 3 weeks to not feel anything and then I'll get back to it.
We're so busy for the next 3 weeks that I think it'll
be easy.
Yeah, it will be
like
easy.
Today I feel like just like emotionally hungover. So yep, that's all I have. So love you guys. Happy Monday.
Bye.